Right now at 4:30 on WKYT this morning, a woman says she had to get hundreds of stitches after being attacked with a machete. We'll have a full report coming up. A shots fired incident under investigation in Lexington. Officers say they need your help catching whoever's responsible. And Lexington police also need your help raising money for Special Olympics. A story and much more in a few minutes on WKYT this morning.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome into you. I'm Rebecca Smith. Bill Bryant has the day off, and in for Micah Harris is Jim Caldwell.
Yeah, funny how that works out.
It's funny.
Again, it's 2 days in a row. They're both gone. Suspicious things are happening here.
Ooh.
Yesterday, we got up to 90 degrees officially. First one of the year. Today, I don't think we have enough heat. I think we're going to have more humidity than anything else. Out there currently, we're running in the low and even some mid-70s, still holding on across parts of Kentucky. You'll find a few 60s embedded as well. We fast forward to the afternoon hours. We're at 1 o'clock. Model already coming in cooler than it was yesterday. At noontime, we were already at 86. 1 o'clock today, around 83, and then maxing out around 88. So still plenty of heat out there, but the humidity comes up, so it's going to make it feel even more uncomfortable. We'll take a closer look at the comfort levels coming up for you here in just a few minutes.
New this morning, some scary moments overnight for a family in Lexington. Police say someone fired shots into a home on Lisa Drive around 11:30 last night. They say a bullet went through a wall while people were home. Luckily, no one was hurt. Authorities say they have very little information at this point on a suspect. Also new this morning, an investigation is underway into an arson at an apartment complex in Lexington after a fire late last night. Crews were called out to an apartment building on Alumni just after 9:30. They say firefighters quickly extinguished the flames, but the fire managed to melt some shutters outside. They say there's no damage to the interior, but a fire investigator was on scene last night trying to figure out exactly what happened. A convicted rapist out of Fayette County is set to learn his sentence today. Back in March, Perico Coffey was convicted of kidnapping, sodomy, and rape charges. Coffey kidnapped a stranger from the Speedway on Versailles Road in 2013. U.S. Marshals arrested Coffey in Michigan in February last year. A jury recommended he spend 46 years behind bars. An Eastern Kentucky county clerk indicted in a harassment case says he's not guilty. Perry County Clerk Haven King was arraigned yesterday. Along with harassment, he's charged with wanton endangerment, reckless driving, menacing, stalking, unlawful imprisonment, and official misconduct. A college student claims that King followed her in his car, blocked her in, and questioned why she was driving her grandfather's car with handicap plates. She shot video of the incident, which went viral. King's attorney says while what's seen in the video may not be appropriate, it's not illegal.
Mr. King did offer to apologize to the young woman for what was reflected in that video.
Well, the judge set a trial for January 18th. King is still working as the Perry County clerk. If convicted of the wanton endangerment charge, he could face up to 5 years in jail. A Bell County woman says she's lucky to be alive after a man attacked her with a machete. Police arrested 26-year-old Christopher Dixon yesterday. He's charged with attempted murder. The victim, Irene White, says she's not sure why she was attacked. She says Dixon came up to her at the Middlesboro apartment complex, pulled out the machete, and started hitting her with it.
It was like something like out of a horror movie. At first when he hit me in the side of the head and hit me in the chest, I didn't realize that he'd hit me.
White says she had to get more than 600 stitches because of the attack. She's now recovering. Police say they're still trying to find out a motive for this attack. Yikes. Well, a man charged with the murder of a Scott County woman set to have his case reviewed again today to see whether or not he's fit to stand trial. Nicholas Willinger is accused of beating retired school bus driver Sue Jones to death back in 2010. Back in February, the Commonwealth's attorney filed a motion to seek the death penalty against Willinger if he's convicted. Willinger had his first competency review last week. His trial date is set for early next year. Officials in Woodford County are offering up a reward this morning for someone they say is shooting cats in an area neighborhood. As we first told you last week, investigators say someone used a BB gun to shoot at least 6 cats in the Lanesview neighborhood. 2 of those cats died. Woodford County Animal Control says PETA is now offering a $2,500 reward in the case. Well, is there a spike in violent crime in Lexington during the summer months? A lot of people wanting to know the answer to that question. Well, last night at 6, a WKYT investigation looked into it. This week, 9 people have been shot in Lexington. 3 have died. We obtained documents from Lexington police for the years of 2012, 13, and 14. In those years, the majority of crimes that police track started increasing in May, stayed up through the summer before dipping in the fall. But police say you cannot predict the rise and fall of violent crime based on the season.
Any time throughout the year you have increases that can happen on a daily basis, just depending. I mean, every day is a new day, and things can happen.
Guess you can draw your own conclusions there. Police say nonviolent crimes tend to go up in the summer because more people are outside, understandably. They say if you compare Lexington to other cities of its size, it's relatively safe. Authorities point out that crime is down during the first 5 months of the year compared to the same time last year. If you would like to know more, we have an interactive month-by-month look at crime in Lexington on our website, WKYT.com. Well, today, Kentucky Governor Steve Beshear set to speak on a recent minimum wage increase for state employees. Governor Beshear announced Monday that he is increasing the wage to $10.10 an hour for 800 state employees starting next month. The governor says about a third of the affected employees work in state nursing homes for military veterans. He'll be speaking at a veterans center in Hazard. That press conference starts at 3 this afternoon. Well, they say a deadly crash could lead to a change in Kentucky's DUI laws. A state representative from Lexington has pre-filed a bill that would toughen the law on repeat DUI offenders. It comes less than 3 weeks after Lexington attorney Mark Hinkle was killed in Scott County while riding his bike in the Horsey 100. Police say the driver accused of hitting him was drunk and had prior DUI offenses. WKYT's Garrett Weimer has the story.
A memorial sits on Lemons Mill Road, marking the spot where Mark Hinkle was hit and killed by a suspected drunk driver. Now lawmakers hope a bill pre-filed in Frankfort in Hinkle's memory could prevent a similar tragedy from happening again.
That instance made me understand that we were not done making the roads safe.
Representative Kelly Flood says she pre-filed the bill to keep more repeat DUI offenders off the road. Current Kentucky law provides for stiffer penalties, including prison time for multiple DUI offenses. Flood's bill would double the look-back period for those previous offenses from 5 years to 10.
That way, we really are making sure that we're capturing folk who have chronic drunk driving problems, and we need to get them off the road.
Representative Flood says it's such a pressing issue because alcohol was a factor in nearly a fifth of Kentucky's traffic deaths last year. With the wound from Hinkle's death still so fresh, Flood says now is the time to act.
I think the most important way to understand it is this is the law that will make sure that Mark Hinkle's, that no other father, no other husband, no other best friend needs to die like this.
In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Well, Flood says her bill is identical to Senator Dennis Parrott's bill in the Senate. She says she hopes they can get the bills through their respective houses and onto the desk of the governor. Well, this morning, Lexington police are raising the roof for the Kentucky Special Olympics. Officers in both Lexington and Louisville participating in the Cops on Donut Shops fundraiser. The police will eat and sleep on the roof of the Richmond Road Krispy Kreme all day to raise money for the Kentucky Special Olympics. Organizers say they're also taking donations online if you can't show up in person. We have a link to that page on our website, WKYT.com. Good to see they have a little bit of humor there. WKYT this morning, just getting started. Thanks for starting your day with us. Sunscreen is a summer staple, of course, but which one is right for you and the kids? Moms Every Day shows us what to look for when we come back.
And we'll likely track a few showers and thunderstorms out there for you today. And temperatures are going to be down slightly, very, very slightly. We'll take a closer look at what that means coming up for you.